Okay, Hariom students, good morning. Now, again, we are going to continue our chapter 4, our topic solid liquids and gases. Last in first part, we have studied about the formations of solid, liquid, and gas, and here today from the same topic from solid, liquids, and gas, we are going to learn about solution first. Solutions. So from here, I will explain you in a simple way that you can understand very easily. So solutions. What is the solutions? Solution. It is a mixture. When we mix something together and by adding two substances, okay, two substances, one substance and another substance. When we mix together, then we make one solution. That mixture is called a solution. So, for example, mm, sugar, water. Now you see, you bring a sugar. Okay, you might have sugar at your home, and you put that sugar in a water. And when you mix that sugar and water, then what we get? We get that water. What kind of water? Sweet water. The taste of that water will become sweet. Now here, this sweet water is solution. Okay, and now here we have got sugar and water. So this also we have got mm, solute and see sugar. Okay, sugar we are going to mix in the water. So this we get sweet water. The thing which we mix, okay, when we mix, that is called solute and sorry solute, and in which things we are going to mix that solute, that is called solvent. And when solute and solvent is mixes, then we get a solutions. And with that, solutions may be of different type depending upon state. Solutions, this the result, uh, after mixing which we get, these solutions are of different types. They are not only the same. And what are the types that we are going to read here? First, uh, this solute, solvent, and solutions may be either solid, maybe either liquids, maybe gases. We can mix these three things to each other. Okay. First, we are going to read about uh, solid. Dissolve means to put inside the liquid. Okay. Now solid dissolved in liquids. Now we are going to make solutions of solid and liquid. Solid, it is hard object, and liquid, which can flow. Mostly solvent is our liquid. Okay. Now here, what this type of solution is formed when the solute is solid and the solvent is liquid. So here, this type solid dissolved in liquids are mostly, we can take same example, just like sugar. Either we can take uh, salt. This sugar, it is a solid, we know, and water is liquid. Now when we mix this solid sugar and liquid water, then we get sweet water, that is solution. We can mix them. And another, we can mix liquid dissolved in liquid. One, two. Solid we dissolve in liquids. Sugar, water, salt water. Okay. Not only the solids, we can add liquid in liquid. For example, simple, we can take the example of milk. Okay. When we make tea, so we put uh, milk in a water, so that milky water we call milkshake is the solution. And you might have seen, we can mix this liquid milk. Okay, we can mix it, no? So again, what we can add, we have learned here, and liquid and liquid. And lastly, here we have gas plus gas plus gas. This main example, we learn solid we mix with liquid, and next we learn liquid also can be mixed with liquid. But here we are going to add mix gas with liquid. Now, can we mix gas in liquid? For example, we have to uh, take the example of water. Okay, but what type of water? uh, okay, simple form. Simply I will explain you. You might have seen any aquatic animal. You take example of aquatic animals, just like, let's take example of fish. We have learned fish breathe through their gills. No, fish lives inside water. Fish lives inside water, but also we are learning fish breathe. So to breathe, what do we need? We need air, or the oxygen, and that air or oxygen, it is a gas. But they are aquatic animals lives inside water, so inside the water also they are getting oxygen, that means gas. So this proves that we can mix gas and liquid. And there are another carbonate drinks also. In carbonate drinks, we get that gas is mixes with water. And for this carbonate, you will learn in the higher classes better. But for here, you have to understand only that we can mix gas and liquid. There is the solutions of uh, this gas and liquid. Okay, aquatic animals, not only the fish, every animals which live inside the water, they also need to breathe. And to breathe, air is needed, and air is gas. and that gas is available in the water, and we can mix gas into gas. We cannot take uh, um, other examples, just like air is all around us. These all are gas. So in air, we can find water vapor, carbon dioxide, oxygen. These all are mixes. This is the mixture. Okay. So it is very simple to understand that air can, gas plus gas also has got a solutions. So after solutions, I think you might have understand about the solutions, about the solute, and about solvent. Here you should not get confused what is called solute, what is called solvent, and what is called solution. So in your mind you have to keep solution is the result of solute and solvent, and solute is an object that we mix in something, and in which things do we mix, that is called the solvent. So keep it in your mind. Now miscible and immiscible liquids. Miscible and immiscible liquids. So here we have to take only the example of liquids first. So we mix, there are different types of liquids. We mix one liquids with another liquid. So when this liquid is mixes together, then if that mixes, that is called a miscible, okay, miscible liquid. And the liquids which do not dissolve each other or do not mix, they are called immiscible. For example, you bring milk and water. Either you can bring ink and water. You bring milk in one glass and water in another glass. You mix that. Then we can see that water and milk completely mixes each other. That we cannot see which one is the milk and which one is the water. Either you can bring ink and water. You put ink inside the water, that the color of that water changes totally, and we cannot see we among that liquid which one is ink and which one is water. But in immiscible, you bring oil and water. Okay, in immiscible you bring oil, any kind of oil, either kerosene, either petrol, either your edible oil, okay, cooking oil. You try to mix them, they do not mix. You might have seen. So after mixing, if we see they are apart, we can see they are always above the water. They do not mix with each other. So such kinds are called immiscible liquids. We can see the layers. Just like if you put totally, the color of this water will change into either milk color, either ink color. But here, if we see, it makes a layer. Water remains here, and above this, oil. These things happen. Okay, so these which do not mix, they are immiscible liquids, and the liquids which mixes each other, that is miscible liquids. Now we'll read about the changes around us. I hope we have understood about the miscible and immiscible liquids changes. Now changes around us. What are the things that changes around us? Everything day by day we see changing everything. For example, plants grow when there is a small seedling baby plants that grow. Okay, and also we can see the changement of fruits when that fruits in a small size that grow and later that will ripen means to change its color to become ready to eat. It changes color green into yellow to change into yellow, that is ripen, and some of the fruits also changes in other color when it is ripen. And not only that, we can see the uh, raining during rainy seasons. What happen? Mm, everything gets wet, and after 2 3 days again, if there is hot day, then that all lands dries. These are the changement. Okay, but main things that today we are going to learn is about the changes. So what are the changes? So one, we have to read about physical and chemical change. Two types of changes are there, and we are going to read about these two types of changes, physical and chemical changes. So what is physical? Physical means only the body. Okay, physical means only a body part which changes, only physical. And chemical means it totally changes into a different. For example, I'll give you one of physical change. First example of physical change, just like here, this is a piece of paper. This is a piece of paper. I'm going to tear this. See, now it is changes. Before it was into a rectangular shape. Now it is changes. It is in odd shape. But what happened? Before, when it was in rectangular shape, this was a paper. Now after tearing, it is still paper. It is still paper. So when in physical change, when something is broken or something is destroyed, that things will remain same. It does not change. Just like after tearing this page, it remains again page. Only physical part is changes. And we can take so many examples. You bring a stone, you break that stones uh, into two parts, that will remain stone. So this change is called a physical change. Only that you can also take the example of ice cream. Okay, ice cream first will get in a cone. So if you keep that in a hot sun, then later that ice cream changes. Its shapes is changes, but what happened? It remains ice cream. The taste will remain same. So after breaking, okay, after breaking or not only after breaking, so anything when we try to destroy it, that things after destroying, after breaking, again if the things remain in the same substance, so that is called the physical change. I have shown you the example of paper. So again you can see this is a paper. So I tore it, then again Has this paper becomes gold? No, it is still paper. So it is a physical change. And I will show you what is a chemical change. Again, I am going to take this paper on my hand, but and taking I'm going to destroy. I'm going to break this paper. See here, I have matchsticks and I'm burning. Now you see. After I burn this, so when the part is burned, this still can I call this paper? No, this is not paper. Now this is ash. This is called ash. It changed into ashes. Now, not only physical change, its chemical also change. It was paper. After burning, it has become ash. So such kind of changement, if occurs in any things, that is called a physical change. For example, you can take a milk. Okay, you keep that milk after some days. Now what happened? That milk changes into curd. We can make curd. Now difference between milk and curd. After uh, when it changes into a curd, we cannot change that curd again back into the milk. And there are uh, daily chemical change that we are following is cooking. When we uh, cook that grain, okay, paddy, that changes into mm, rice, okay. And you can take the example of flour. When that flour we try to cook, it changes into a chapati. This changement is called a chemical change. So I hope you have understood about the physical and chemical change. Now, after this changement, we have got about the expansion and I'm going to erase this first. Contraction and expansions. And I will explain this you into very easy way. Expansions and contraction. Expansion means you have to understand to change its size into a bigger size to become a loose, and contraction means to change its size into a smaller form. So here what we have to understand is when any object is heated, then that object expands, and another when any object is cooled, then that will contract, that will change into a smaller form. That is why when this because of it any object is expands or not, to know that what we have to do is we have to follow one activity that is given here. Just like when you have a jar, and if the lid of that jar, okay, this is called a lid. This when the lid of this jar is very tight that you cannot open, so what you have to do, you have to put this part into a warm water. So when we put this into warm water, this part, this object will get heat, and this expand means it becomes loose, and we can open it very easily. So there are so many examples. This heat expands and contractions. It happens when that object is cooled down. For example, for both expansions, because of heat, and contraction because of cold, you can see. You might have seen the cable on the pole around you. So you have to watch during winter season. It is very cold, so we can see the wire, the TV cable, cable wire are very tight and straight because of cold during winter. But same wire during summer season, when this wire get hit, we can see it is in loose form. This shows that expansions take uh, place when there is heat and contraction when there is cool. Okay, this is the difference between expansion and uh, contractions. I hope you have understood about this chapter 4, solid, liquids, and gas. So I have told you in first chapter's video that you have to watch this video, you have to revise these lessons yourself, and you have to follow the instructions or work given in your group. So which work you have to write, I I will tell you, and only that work you have to do. Okay. Mm. And if you get any problems, if you do not understand, you can ask and you can take the suggestions from me. Okay. Thank you.